Okay, night 5, 6, and 7. Let's see how we did here. Oh, you stinky boy. Okay, let's get going here. Night 5. I laid him down a little bit early that evening because of where his last nap fell. So I laid him down at 6:02. He wasn't crying much, he's fussing a little bit, rocking his head back and forth. 6:08, he was doing his mumbly whine, and at 6:12, he was asleep. It was fantastic. 4:46, he was stirring softly, kind of mumbling, not really crying, and then he just kind of went right back to sleep. 4:59, he was doing his mumble cry. 5:02, he was rocking his head. 5:04, it was seeming as though he was waking up a little bit more. And then at 5:14, he continued with his mumble cry, and at 5:20, he was asleep. At 5:29, he was doing his mumble cry. Oh, excuse you, Stinky. And at 5:40, he was asleep. And he slept until 6:10, and that was his awake time. So he did have a little bit of a rocky time between 4:45 and 6:20. So for about an hour, he was on and off of asleep and awake, but he never really woke up and was crying, and he managed to get himself back to sleep every time. So that was great progress that night. Night 6, he was laid down at 6:53. And he wasn't really crying, and he was sucking his fingers. So that was a really great sign to me that we were making some progress. He was finding other ways to soothe himself other than just crying and rocking his head and slamming his feet down. So he was asleep by 7 o'clock, and he hadn't cried at all on his way to sleep that night. So that was fantastic. And he slept right through until 6:10 in the morning. So since he started sleeping fully through the night, 6 o'clock is his wake up time instead of the 7 o'clock hour. And night 7, I laid him down at 6:43. Very brief, soft cry. 6:46, he was head rocking and soft whimper. By 6:50, he was asleep. And then at 6:53, he was softly crying again. 6:59, he was asleep. And then 45 minutes later at 7:45, he was crying a little bit, and by 7:55 he was asleep, and he slept all the way through until 6:50. So we're seeing very steady progress with him at night. He's doing quite well. And, we're staying consistent. I've tweaked our routine now so that it's pretty efficient. And it seems to be working. He's really coming around with the night training, and we're hoping to see some improvement in the daytime training very soon as well. So if you like this video or found it a little bit helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more about our nap training or sleep training journey, then please consider subscribing. Thanks.